Schwartz turned and walked back into the room. In a level and respectful tone, he said, "I'm working at the request of the city of Pittsburgh. I have an investigator's license from the state of Pennsylvania, and the reputation of a potentially innocent man gives me even further moral authority. My methods may prove faulted, but I have my reasons for them, and I am under no compulsion to explain them to any of you."
In Pakistan, hardline Sunni Muslim groups are bombing and assassinating Shi'ites in order to weaken the country and establish a Sunni theocracy. One Sunni group, named Lashkar-e-Jhangvi, boldly took the blame for bombing a Shiite funeral ceremony in Quetta on February 17, 2013. Pakistani Shiites accused the government of being complicit in the attacks. Aziz Hazara, vice president of the Hazara Democratic Party, maintains that the government is responsible for terrorist attacks and killings in the Hazara community because its security forces have not conducted operations against extremist groups. 81 people were killed by a Sunni group in Quetta, adding to the death toll of 400 Shiites killed in Pakistan in 2012. Der Spiegel, a German weekly news magazine published in Hamburg, published an atypical article on Pope Benedict XVI's resignation. The article begins by introducing Dante's Divine Comedy, especially the part that details the fate of a pope. In Dante's by his cowardice made the great refusal, and resigned from the papacy. The article starts with the following line: "Naked and goaded viciously by hornets and wasps, his blood sucked by loathsome worms." Der Spiegel shows very little sympathy for Benedict, whom they call the Pope from Bavaria. It also maintains that Benedict announced his resignation hastily and almost casually mumbling the words, as if he were saying a rosary, as if he were returning the keys to a rental car rather than the keys to St. Peter's. However, Der Spiegel does show some admiration for Benedict's bravery in the face of God's will, saying, "There is something rebellious about Benedict's action. If it is God who calls someone to the throne, abandoning the post voluntarily can be seen as acting against God's will." Der Spiegel concentrates on the outgoing pope's earthly rewards rather than on the possibility that he will not receive a welcome in heaven. The article says Benedict XVI, now Joseph Ratzinger once again, will remain at the Vatican in the midst of his church, but no longer at its center. He will pray and write and talk and have discussions with the two Georgs, his brother Georg Ratzinger and his private secretary Georg Genswein. The International Humanist and Ethical Union to the United Nations has 120 member organizations spanning some 45 UN countries. The group presented a report in late February to the UN's Human Rights Council, an organization described on its website as an intergovernmental body within the United Nations system, made up of 47 states responsible for the promotion and protection of all human rights around the globe. The report was particularly critical of several Islamic states, describing and documenting cases of abuse against atheists in those countries around the globe. The abuses detailed range from mandatory religious declaration to attend university to the death penalty for apostasy. According to the document, atheism is explicitly or effectively outlawed in many states where people are forced to adopt a religion, or where leaving a religion, in particular Islam, is itself criminalized. Among the nations called out by the report are Afghanistan, Iran, the Maldives, Mauritania, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Sudan, Jordan, Indonesia, and Egypt. And 3 of those nations, Pakistan, Mauritania, and the Maldives, are on the Human Rights Council and all have laws declaring blasphemy against Islam a capital offense. In March of 2009, this same Human Rights Council passed a non-binding resolution declaring defamation of religion to be a human rights violation, and efforts continue by several Islamic states to make the anti-blasphemy legislation binding. Watkins Bookstore in London, England, has released its 3rd annual list of the 100 most spiritually influential living people. Watkins uses 3 main criteria to compile the list. Number 1, the person must be alive. Number 2, the person must have made a unique and spiritual contribution on a global scale. And finally, the person must be frequently Googled and be actively talked about on the internet. In the case of writers, the book sales via Nielsen data are also considered. According to Watkins' website, the 2013 list is meant to celebrate the positive influence of contemporary spiritual teachers. The people at Watkins Bookstore maintained they were highly selective in creating this list, and did their best to remove candidates who spread messages that were hateful or intolerant. The Dalai Lama is number 1, Oprah Winfrey is number 8, and the outgoing Pope Benedict XVI is number 33 on that list. the list published yearly in Watkins Mind, Body, Spirit magazine. And according to the editors, they welcome feedback and suggestions in the comments section of their website.